Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Skyrim Special Edition. It's a foggy day in Whiterun. And I've got a frog in my throat. Let me see if I can clear that out. I wonder if this clear skies works here too. I just realized that doing that, however, even if it does work, is going to have the guards yell at me for shouting inside of the city. But it does work. So they should be happy for clear skies. Maybe they won't yell at me because I didn't use a violent shout. Because I don't think that one does anything else to any characters. Now I kind of want to know, what do I have that's pointing to something? Like seriously, what is this over here? It's on the other side of this wall. So where are we? We're at 200 weight. I think we might be alright to move forward in the main story, but not in the best location. So I want to get this hidden treasure. So we'll fast travel here. And then I want to do some other side quests later on. Let's see. Is my bow the right equipped item? That's like 2,000 gold right there. And then the next thing was to talk to the Blue Palace and see about moving that storyline that we haven't even started here. And then I need to steal something in Windhelm and return the pieces to fix the broken file, and then return the book over there. So to the Blue Palace first. I also want to run into Sanctuary and see if maybe they have 4 new prisoners that are chained up in the torture facility that might have new treasures to go find. Although, I don't know why I'd really want to do that. That only kind of helps at an early level of the game where I have just such a tiny amount of gold that getting 2,000 gold actually matters. Let's see. This is who I'm supposed to. You sent a message about the Wolf Skull Cave?
Yes, old friend. I'm afraid it's not good news. When you broke up the binding, Potema escaped. We've encountered some of her minions. Steer says she's still in spirit form, or we'd all be dead already. You've already done us a service in stopping the binding, but I need you to go talk to him, to see if Steer can tell us what to do next.
Who is Steer?
He's Solitude's priest of Archay. He's the one who figured out Potema was still around. He'll help as much as he can.
Okay, I'll go talk to him
I
and
wish
figure
you well,
something
friend.
out.
Be careful.
The Wolf Queen Awakened is now a quest. And see, I have to really wonder how many of these quests have I not even started. Even 160 plus hours, which is just a rough estimate of how long we've been playing now. Like, exactly how many more quests could there possibly be? And see, I would think if I was gonna continue playing this after doing all the trying to just generally do all the DLC and levels myself and have a normal experience with it, man. So I figured he would be in there. I should just look at the map so I know which way I'm going.
By the gods.
Like, I would think maybe after that just get a simple mod that would potentially is Hall of the Dead, interesting. That would point me
What can I do for you, friend?
point me to quests I haven't even started. Yeah, we haven't ever even talked to this guy.
Folks spoke so highly of.
Let's talk to him. Is a man who was executed buried here? That's an interesting question.
Yes, I made an appeal to Captain Aldous. He allowed Rogvir to have a proper Nord burial, as is the custom in Solitude.
Folks sent me to talk about Fatima.
Fatima, former Queen of Solitude and one of the most dangerous necromancers in recorded history. She was responsible for the Empire's near collapse almost 500 years ago. I believe I have a book about her. Summoned in spirit form is not raised from the dead. She'll need help before she can return to the living. For the moment, the Wolf Queen has retreated to a place filled with dead, eager to serve her. She has gone to her old catacombs. A few days ago, one of her servants busted through a wall into the Temple of Divines. We'll need you to go into the catacombs themselves.
So I can do that?
Being at the summoning created a connection to Fatima. You are the one to do this. I can provide you with some help with her minions. As to Fatima herself, find what's left of her body, likely a skeleton. Remove it from the catacombs and bring it back to be sanctified by RK.
Okay. And I'm not gonna bother to talk to any more there. Like, I've had way too much conversation already in this game. I'm not hugely being fair, but I don't really know how I can be more fair to this game, because there is this element that I don't want to spend the time talking to people, but because I'm not spending the time talking to people, then it also means that I'm not interested in the storyline, and then I complain that the game is too open world and doesn't have any storyline, which isn't fair because I cut myself out of that. If that makes any sense, what I just said. I have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going even. I think I'm supposed to go down here. But this is interesting because it's not saying the Solitude Catacombs. Defeat Fatima. Let's see, map. It says defeat Fatima is out here. So there must be a different catacombs I'm supposed to go to. Like,
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Where does the map want us to go now? Ah, it's in the Temple of Divines. That's what I thought. So, well, I kind of thought that. Obviously, it wasn't my first thought. It was my backup thought. And see, I don't know if this is another one of those mask quests with the necromancers, or if this is
Blessings of the nine
just
divines upon you. How may I help?
just another one of these. So,
As High Priest of the Nine Divines, I bid you welcome.
the Shrine of Talos is back here. So we can be happy for
Remind
that.
us of our place when we forget.
And
Carry us through our
let's
daily
figure
tasks.
out the way down. We had the catacombs keys. What's behind this door? These doors look different. The Wolf Queen is a book we've seen a lot of, and I guess that's Fatima. And it broke through this wall into the catacombs, so even if we had the key to this point, the wall may have still existed. This is an interesting layout because very rarely do we fight creatures inside of a castle design. It's almost always caves or dwarven things. It must be more this way. For a second there I thought I just hit a dead end.
You've arrived at last. The heroine who prevented me from being bound returns to my fold. I have much to thank you for, little one. When you die, I will raise you, and you can take your place by my side.
So she's going to turn me into one of her necromanced creatures. I guess I am back into the position where money is an issue. Trying to get my speech back up to level 100 won't actually be that difficult to get to level 100. It just will be difficult to have the points to get back to merchant and then to also be able to sell stolen goods, because I'd hate to have to run to the Thieves Guild back and forth, water on the wall, just to sell stolen goods. I guess I could just adjust my gameplay style and not take any stolen goods, which that's fine. I can probably remind myself of that. Getting all the salt pile. And these little tiny chests all of a sudden have started appearing. I am almost thinking that they might be a bug. But no, I mean, if this tiny chest was supposed to be a full-size chest and it was positioned, say, back here, I guess, maybe? Here we have a steel battle axe that's right through the floor. But why would just chests change in size and nothing else? I would, if there was a growing issue of things misrendering in the wrong size, it would be everything. It would be barrels, it would be creatures. So I have to assume it's intentional. Vampire stuff. Where'd the other one fall? He fell back down the stairs. So we've got some pick up that arrow. Not burn myself while I'm picking up the arrow. I have to remember I have ebony arrows, so I have about 300 of them if I remember correctly. So I don't want to get down too low. Firewood, never can collect it. We'll probably get some more talking here. No more talking, just a subtle change in the lighting. Maybe more talking here. Just walk right up to me. Oh, this might very well be her skeleton. I guess better safe than sorry. Search. It's a Draugr holding a dwarven sword, being held up by spikes, it seems. Seriously? Do my feet just not set off traps anymore? I bet they don't. And I've forgotten about the fact that I have that ability. We could check that. Let's see. It's almost certainly under sneak. So, over here. Walking and running doesn't affect your decision. Sprinting while sneaking. A muffled movement. You won't trigger pressure plates. Yeah. So my light foot ability just won't trigger them. It's taken me hours since I've gotten that ability to realize I had that ability, because pressure plates happen so rarely. Archery is up to 67%. We need it at 100. I want maximum damage if I can get it before we get back to the main story. I don't know if there's enough side quests though to actually pull that off. And it's taking so much. It is really taking tons of leveling to level up the main level. I wish there was a better way to explain this. It's taking tons of individual skills leveling up to level up my level 66 to 67 or whatever I'm at. Might be at 62. Other fantasy games must handle this a lot better. Let's see. We did, I think, level up a little bit in The Witcher 3, but it really didn't do anything because you had like 12 skills in total you could unlock, and to unlock everything would have required you to play the game about 4 times as longer than there was actual content. Some could possibly make the argument that The Witcher 3 failed as an open world forever playing game simply because it was more concise. Like, you really can't run around and play The Witcher 3 for 300 hours. There's not without unrealistically long wastes of time. Let's see. Coming out of the water. Yeah, but I've never seen anywhere where CD Projekt Red really tried to make that argument. In fact, if anything, they're extremely happy with the way Witcher 3 worked, and then they came out with their expansions, which, in hindsight, if it had come down to, do I want to play Skyrim for 150 hours, and so does this not trigger either? Oh, it doesn't. So I've been yelling at my companion for triggering these traps when I specifically couldn't trigger them. Uh, thought this was a key, but it's just cobwebs. Yeah, I think I would have much preferred to play the expansions of The Witcher 3 and put 40 to 60 hours, or maybe even 10 or 20 hours into that, than the 150 plus of just kind of grinding gameplay that we're doing here. Well, like I've said before too, if they had annualized Elder Scrolls instead of trying to go with an MMO in the time since Skyrim came out, if they had instead made Skyrim just a 60-hour experience and said, we're announcing our next game the next year, that would have been a nice way to differentiate it, even if it was just DLC. So they came out with Skyrim, and then every year there was another DLC part that added another 60 hours. But at that point, if you're making that long of DLC parts, you might as well make a new game so that you don't lose people who didn't actually purchase previous versions. There we go. Lockpicks at 17. That would have just shot a bunch of poison darts at me, I think. I guess in the end, it is games like Skyrim, if not Skyrim itself, that helped push the concept of DLC out, which generally I say I hate DLC, so I'm kind of going back on my own word here to say this, but like before games, the concept of DLC, games all had to be like this, just everything in it for as long as I guess I have to hit the lever when it's open to lock it down in position. Let's see if it stalls for a second. Yeah, that worked. It didn't really stall, but there was more than enough time there. And I guess it becomes a really difficult question a video game person has to think about is, do you prefer to get a 200-hour game for $60 and then not see a sequel for at least 6 years now, or would you prefer smaller experiences that I'm not going to do any alchemy? I don't know why I was even there. I didn't even mean to hit that button. I think we may have seen walls with this Fatima character before. And in the end, I don't think DLC itself is a good thing, but I think it may have been a middle ground stepping stone to the concept of making good games that are short and sweet versus the old concept where when you bought an NES you only got 2 games that year with it at most. Well, on average, certainly some kids got lots of games with it. So games like Super Mario Brothers, when the NES came out, had to be very difficult and very capable of being played over and over again, because there was not going to be this opportunity. Now that the video game audience has changed from children to adults who make their own money and have more money than time, the idea of a 20-hour game telling us a good story is more appealing than a Super Mario Brothers game that's has a lot of replayability but no story, and is artificially difficult. Super Mario Bros. Isn't even a great example of the NES games that were really difficult. Let's see. So when the first gate opens, I'm gonna hit this one. Not quite. Let's see if we can hit it and then hit it again. Darn it. Okay, so either way you go with it, you go the other way. I think that's good enough. And we're not quite squeezed enough here. There we go. So, can we squeeze through these? Nope. Interesting. I guess I'm experimenting here unintentionally about just how badly you can solve this puzzle and still get through. If there was only like a switch or something I could pull to straighten it up, which I imagine there exactly is. And see, the buttons are not responding very well at all. Let's see. I figured there would have been a switch or chain or something over there. And we can see in here. And then we got a flash of light that I think was a glitch or the fog. What just hit me? I think that was a booby trap. It is. So these soul gems that shoot you with fireballs. No real explanation on those. And they weren't triggered by any pressure plates or anything. They just see you and they shoot at you. They don't get used enough in the game. I guess that's a constant issue, is there's so much in this game. Nothing ever gets used enough. So, I don't know why I took some of his clothes, but Ebony's shield and Ebony's sword are good things to sell. Here's another sanctuary key. And see, this is where we started. So I feel like there's should be a button or a switch somewhere here. Like, do we see a button or a switch? Like, it feels like there should be a way to drop that down when we come back, and maybe it will just magically drop down. Or maybe we'll just leave a different way. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it was there in case they were going to put this level in a different place. Like, anytime we hit these load sections, really that means that that entire level could have been added anywhere to any other story. And as long as they have a door, I see no reason not to just kill things as we're in a cave. Anybody I see that I'm not supposed to kill, I assume they would take control away from me and talk quick. I suppose that is also something that I'd prefer them to address a little bit better, instead of having game players just shoot first and ask questions later. But so many games just default to that. It's difficult. You have to start at the very beginning of the game and really punish the player for killing somebody. And they certainly weren't going to do that, because there were certain points in the previous Elder Scrolls game where if you killed somebody, you literally could not finish the game at all. I'll take that sword too. Resist cold, resist fire, banded iron shield, and explosive things right above them. Search the skeleton, whatever is left of them. I wish the skeletons would stay together a little bit better. But then I'm sure the animator who made the animation of them falling apart was specifically thrilled with the way that looked. There's way too many skeletons and things in here. And see, here's another drop down thing that seems broken.
Not much further. Come with me. Serve me in death.
And as I search people, should I really waste my time going through all of these draugrs? Probably not. Like, I could spend all day searching through here. It would be better to like drag one this direction, search it, and then drag the next one in direction if you can. Maybe some of them you can't.
What?
Nope. Okay.
That it? We've stopped. What is it?
Let's see.
Lead on then.
Just make sure she's still following me, because I accidentally gave her instructions somehow. Probably by dragging the controller and holding A over her, which I didn't know you could do that.
You've come far, mortal, but can you stand against my inner council? Let's see.
Let's see.
Don't applaud yourself too soon, world.
I gotta be careful here.
Rip the eyes from her head.
Am I supposed to be fighting a bunch of these people, or is there something more to this? Oops, almost hit my own character. And see, it's just this big ball of energy. How much searching of these corpses do I want to do? Because it feels like I killed a lot of them, but yeah, I don't think there's anything here. And we've seen a layout of coffins like this before. So this area is kind of a copy and paste of a previous design. And there's really nothing here, it seems. No chest. Thought there was a potion there, but no. And so we get her skull. So I have to fight her ghostly remains. Ectoplasm. And take Patima's skull. Search the chest. Gold. Legend of House Crowley. Interesting. I want to read this book. See, I don't know if this is a unique book or if I've seen it several times before. I don't think you actually need to flip through them all. Might as well take it, though, just to make sure. It's like a play. Make sure that somebody doesn't want that book later on. And what's behind this? Now what's weird is we're still in a cave, but that certainly felt like we were outside for a second. But we're still inside. Open the bar. Come on, activate the door bar. Open it. And then... where are we? Kill both of those guys. Just sitting in chairs. And the weird thing is, it feels almost randomized, but it isn't. Every single skeleton, every single item has been placed. It's possible that the items that you find are different items. Should I jump down to this boat? I kind of don't see a point to it. Here's a glass battle axe sitting in the middle of the wall. This. Why am I taking cheap iron helmet things? And this is a weird non-discovery location. So, we are here. And we need to give Patima's remains. So let's fast travel back to Solitude. I don't think I've seen a bug like that. So now we run, I believe, to the catacombs place, not the temple. Yep. The Hall of the Dead.
You lost?
No, here's your skull.
You've returned. Excellent. These things do have a way of working out when people take action. I'll sanctify the remains. In
I don't like how he
case
doesn't
make it clear,
keep...
Solitude owes you a debt of gratitude.
I don't like how he's not making eye contact with me. Look at this. He's trying to avoid eye contact with me. And let's see. If I wanted the remains back, I can't do anything with it. He doesn't have them. And since that happened and we did that quest, I think I might be able to buy a house now. So let's run to the Blue Palace and see if he's willing to reward me any for my actions. Seems like there's something here. At least by finishing quests, I'm getting small amounts of experience. Yep. Talk to him.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. You've done a great thing today. It doesn't matter who you support in the war, but Tama would have been a blight on the land for both sides. Without you, this would have been a disaster. I should have paid more heed to Varnius's warnings. I won't make that mistake again. Take this payment. The Jarl would thank you, but she very much wants to keep Potama's return quiet. Make no mistake, we consider you a protector of solitude.
Let's see. So now if I talk to him, can I
You
buy a
have
house?
business with the court? I won't forget what you've done for solitude.
Let's see.
There's something personal I was hoping you would do for me.
What can I do for you?
Falk told me what you did for us at Wolf Skull Cave. He says you're someone we can trust. As you may know, Talos worship is outlawed in the Empire. When we buried my husband, I made offerings to all the gods, except Talos. I would like you to take an item of his, a war horn handed down from his father, and place it at a shrine of Talos.
Okay.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me.
Take this to the shrine of Talos. And I still can't buy a house. Which is kind of a shame because the house that is available in Solitude is probably the nicest house. Arguably the one in Riften might be a little bit easier to walk around and organize. I would also say the Homestead DLC houses, since you're allowed to build them any way you want, that also probably helps. So miscellaneous, take this to a shrine of Talos. Where's the shrine of Talos they wanted me to take it to, I wonder? I think I've seen a shrine of Talos somewhere on the map. Where are you? Current location is here. And did I seriously not find the shrine of Talos? Well, let's see if this Temple of Divines counts, or if they mean a actual giant shrine.
Blessings of the 9 divines upon you. How may I?
But even if that was the case,
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
so that wasn't where they wanted it to go. So somewhere out there, there is a shrine of Talus, a giant shrine. And I have that miscellaneous Warhammer Warhorn. Well, let's see. Since I don't know where that is, let's fast travel to the College of Winterhold. Turn in the book. Start another book quest. There's a dragon over there that, like, wandering around fighting dragons wouldn't be a terrible idea. There's still equipment that I'm trying to get as far as upgrading to the strongest of the strong dragon scale armor. Let's see.
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
Here's the book you were looking for.
Looks like you're still in one piece. More importantly, so is the book. Thank you.
Are there any books you're looking for? Would you be interested in the Elder Scroll? Interesting question.
Very funny. Did Enter put you up to this?
I'm serious. It's yours if you want it.
You? Really? An Elder Scroll? I would be honored. Beyond honored to have such a thing here at the college.
So I
This
just gave it
opens
to
up
him?
Entire new realms of research for us. Oh, if only Septimus were here to see this. Thank you. Please, take this. It can't quite compare to an Elder Scroll, but still, you will be remembered for generations for this. There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium. All right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed.
So, Brothers of Darkness?
All right, then.
And so did he give me a key? No, I still don't have the key, and I gave the Elder Scroll to him. And he doesn't have the Elder Scroll on him. So
All this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you.
So we're going down this route. And we just gave him the Elder Scroll. Well, I guess it wasn't that important that you could just hand it to somebody and sell it for a measly 2,000 gold. You would think the most important thing. That also absolutely confirms that there's no actual need for it further. Alright. So it wants me to get a book where? Here. In this cave that we haven't been to. And see, it's really gonna go back and forth that way forever. I think they have a list of books, or it'll just go in circles again after a while and point you to all the locations you haven't found before. Or they may even point you to some of the caves you've already cleared out. So we have a house to burgle here.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work.
Now I don't want to be seen. I just need to get to this item. It's upstairs. Darn it. Is there anyone in here? Seems like we got lucky. So another thief job done. I'm not sure if all of these thief jobs are compounding on each other or if I'm just wasting time. Unlike the book jobs, which take you to different caves, the thief jobs are just taking me inside people's houses. And while that's slightly interesting to see inside people's houses, it's not very helpful or useful. Let's give the ingredients to fix the wipe file.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. My master can be a bit short-tempered, but
I'll invest in your business.
Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision.
Let's see what you can do with 500 gold.
I'll be sure to put it to good use.
And what have you got for sale? I'll take all his ingredients. Man, I wish there was just a buy all button. And potions. The only real potion I would want are potions of ultimate health. And he doesn't even have those. And so then I can sell food to him. And why am I holding on to coarse chitin? That's a waste. Conjurer's Delight. Resist cold, resist shock. Strength. 60 seconds, items enchanted are 20 times stronger. Filter of health, resist fire, resist shock. Cure disease, extreme healing, stamina, healing, minor healing, prolonged invisibility for 50 seconds, resist fire, ultimate magic, ultimate stamina, and let's see. I think that's probably all I really want to do. Here's the materials you were asking for.
I'll get to work on the files straight away.
You just had to do a few things, apparently. I guess I could come over here and... Like, it's not even stealing anymore.
Master, look. It's the file.
What? How?
Doesn't matter. Look. It's refilling with your tonic as we speak.
Marvelous. Go!
And he died.
He is gone. But thanks to you, he died knowing his life's work was not in vain. As am I. You acted very nobly in helping my master realize his life's work. Thank you for that. As for myself, I've always been content to simply be an alchemist. I fear keeping the file would just remind me of Norelian's obsession and how it consumed him. Here, keep it. You are as much a part of its legend now as Corral Mill was. I hope it brings you the happiness that my master desired.
Hmm.
Now, how would you like me to align the file's properties? I'm not as skilled as Corral Mill, so I'm afraid it will only ever refill with one type of liquid.
So, I can tell it several things. I could be invisible, deal more damage, strengthen my magic skill, strengthen my defense, fortify my magic, or just heal. And I guess I just want healing.
I understand. Good day, friend. Keeping well?
So, let's see. We'll just rob the dead while we're here. So we have this white file item now as a potion that should be at the very bottom. Nope. Restores 100 points of health, which is not even as good as the ultimate health. And let's just use it. And then what it should be is down here, I would guess. Yeah, white file empty, and in one day it will refill. And so you had to kind of just pick then, and refilling your health trumps every other ability by far.
I'll never have mastered Aurelian skill with potions.
Let's see. Either walk out of the way. Too many people in the same area.
I have a decent mind for potions, but I've also learned how to craft magical items.
And we need to get out of here. Sure, I could try to make potions, but I don't even really want to do that right now. And return the golden urn to them. And see, I just hope that all this Thieves Guild stuff is helping in some way. Is it giving me experience? Is it doing anything? We haven't found any other unique items in the game, which is a little weird too. You would think for the 20 or 30 hours since we last found a unique item, we would have run into something.
Back with good news. Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. I handle the burglary shit. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Del. Pretty simple. The cat. You ready for some good old-fashioned Alright, take this and get out of here.
Let's see, I'm wondering if maybe I should instead take different jobs. Because it's just putting me in Windhelm over and over again.
Speak quickly.
Let's see. You're
Welcome to the... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
like... I'll take your lockpicks. And then I want to sell any stolen items I have right now before I even think about other items. Yeah, so the Thalmor gloves and the Thalmor boots. Then vampire armor, silver ring, shield of solitude, that imminent sneaking. When did I get the shield of solitude? I don't know. I'll hold on to it though, I suppose. Imminent destruction we can sell. Ebony shield we can sell. This is stolen, sell that. Ancient Nord helmet, sell that. That one. that one, that one. And I know I'm just selling these things and not getting any money out of them, but I'm expecting that I'm still getting speech. And that seems to be the case. Ebony bow versus Daedric bow. Let's see. So, there goes my old bow that we've had for the longest of times. Do I have any stolen potions? Yes. Plentiful healing. Do I have any stolen scrolls? No, but I can sell scrolls. At least down to 1. Gourds. Do I have any stolen books? No. Do I have items that I have stolen that I'd like to sell? Stolen cup, dormer cup, empty wine bottle, empty wine bottle. Goat horns. I suppose there's more items. Oops, I just sold the white vial. We'll have to buy that back. She bought that back she sold it to me for 1 gold. Interesting. See, because
even if you're one of us, you better
my thief jobs aren't really cleaning up this area the way I thought they would. And I'm wondering, is that because I need to do one of every styles of jobs, or
I don't care if your best buddies,
if it's just an infinite loop, or something else. These burglary jobs on top of each other don't seem like they're doing it. There's probably 3 or 4 systems I could think of in Skyrim that don't quite make sense. And it's probably because I just didn't spend enough time doing things. So let's go ahead and level up.
What is it? I'll show you what I know.
Level up time. More stamina, which is fine. And then do I want to do more damage, which I can't. I think I want to do speech. Let's see, speech. Here we need allure, and next level up we need merchant, because that element alone is very important. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone legendary on speech. That was a silly decision on my part. The only time I could see it is if you like played the game as a mage for a long time, got several different types of spells up to 100, then decide to go legendary and start trying different weapons. But then if you do that in the same way that I got up to level 100 and it went legendary on the archery, you very possibly put yourself in a point where you're underpowered severely.
What do you need to take?
Let's see. Take the gold back. I don't even really need to take the gold back from him. Let's see, she may actually lose her ability to train me in archery, and if that's the case, then we're back to finding a new companion, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright. So they want me to go back here and get a jeweled candlestick again. It's the same items. I have this mission to discover the significance of the Crimson Ninroot here. There's the book quest that is here, and then there's practically nothing else except for the story. Let's see. Oh, here's where I'm supposed to go to take the Warhammer. That's good to find out too, so we can fast travel to that location. There's one more Daedric quest that I know of, and when we look at our Daedric quest, which we're going to start getting attacked immediately here. A quest complete, Daedric quest lines 9. There's one we're working on still, and then that would be 10. And I think there's 12, and I can think of one more. And it involves just wandering down somewhere around here and finding a random character who's mumbling gibberish, I think. And so we might try that too. Otherwise, we're going to have to just do the main storyline, and at my skill level, I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all as far as my archery ability. Like, archery is 72, that's fine. But I need it to be 80 to get more damage. I'd like critical shot times 3, so that's 2 level ups right there. And then quick shot, that's a 3rd level up. Bullseye, not really necessary. So I still want to... Now I'm not just doing side quests for fun. I'm doing them to level up because I went legendary. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.